Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you guys can read by the title, I'm going to be doing an Ariana Grande inspired makeup tutorial. I was a really big Ariana fan back in like 2013, 2012, but then when she got a little bit crazy with her lyrics and her songs from, I think, Dangerous Woman and I think it was that album, I kind of just was like, yeah, I don't stand these songs, I don't stand these lyrics, girl. This is so risky here. Like, you're getting into some topics that I just don't. It's better if I don't listen to it. So I just kind of had, you know, a little hiatus from my fandom to Ariana. Still love her. She's amazing, honestly. And with her new music and her album Wnere, definitely not the like, I don't love all of the songs from the album, but she does have like amazing songs in there. And her new single, Thank You Next, oh my gosh, again, explicit, you know, don't like to listen to words like that, but it is a really catchy song. And she just released her music video for Breathin today, so that is what this look is going to be inspired upon. I was looking at her Instagram the other day and seeing really kind of like to pay close attention to details so that I don't miss anything. Just kind of like her signature look, which is basically very simple. It's just a nice natural brown smoky eye, some winged liner, and usually a nude pink lip. And yeah, that's pretty much what Ariana is about. She doesn't really go crazy for her makeup, just on really special occasions or things like that, events. So I just really wanted to capture the essence of an Ariana Grande glam in this video today. Again, inspired by her new music video, Breathin, which I love the song and it's awesome. So I already primed. I used my e.l.f. Prep and Blur Stick, which I've been loving because this just like, my face is blurred. Like, I love anything that's gonna blur my face. And I also went over it with the NYX Pore Filler Primer. These are just my favorites. Just kind of went over that to reinforce things and so that, you know, just really no pore is left on my face, you know? So we're gonna start off with the eyeshadow. It's a really simple look. I cannot pinpoint exactly, you know, what products they use on her because obviously, like, she doesn't like tell people, so I don't know exactly what products, but this video is just gonna be a tutorial based on the look. So I'm gonna start off with a kind of like nice fluffy brush. I'm gonna be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette for this look. The first shade that I'm gonna dip into is just gonna be a nice transition shade. I'm gonna dip into Puder, this shade right here, and tapping off the excess. I'm just gonna start this off in the very outer corner just to kind of go ahead and give it some dimension so that when we add the brown, it's not just, you know, like brown and then it gets a little bit crazy. Ariana's smoky eye is really natural and really subtle, so you don't want to go too deep with the shades. Just kind of like focus on applying every shade lightly and blending it out just seamlessly, because honestly that is what her look is all about. Also, quick side note before I continue with the eye, I forgot to mention this, you guys. I feel like I'm having a pretty good eyebrow day today, even though like this one looks kind of okay. This one's like the skinny one, this one's like the fat one. I can't really do anything about it. My eyebrows, like this one's like higher, this one's like lower. They're not, they're sisters, clearly. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about the Maybelline Brow Precise brow pencil that I've been using lately. You guys know I mentioned this in one of my videos, I believe, first time I tried it out. It is not like my L'Oreal brow pencil, which has been my favorite, and I'm actually gonna try to go to the store today and buy it because, you guys, look at what is left of this pencil. Look, that is it. That is literally all that I have left of this pencil now. And I was shocked. I was honestly so shocked. I rolled it up to kind of like see, how much do I have left? And this was literally it. I was like, what in the world? I promise you guys, I have not used this eyebrow pencil more than 5 times. I feel like this was like my 3rd or 4th time actually using it, and that's how much I have left. I'm just like, what in the world? First problem with this pencil was that it honestly broke like way too much, and I feel like that's why I have such little left. Like, even as I was doing my brows, this bit like broke off. You can't see it obviously because like it's like between my fingers, but that bit broke off, and then like other bits were like breaking off as I was doing my eyebrows on previous days. So honestly, I mean, it's very pigmented. I like the formula, but I just do not like that it breaks and that it's very like fragile. Like my L'Oreal pencil did not do that to me. So I love Maybelline as a brand. I use it so much in my tutorials. I love them, but I just wish this pencil was a little bit stronger. And yeah, so won't be repurchasing that. I will go out and get my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer again, because it's just like, it just wasn't working for me, Maybelline, but I love you. I love you still. Next up, I'm gonna go in with a dark brown. I'm gonna be taking this shade called Central Park. Really just dabbing my brush in there, but again, guys, remember, really light application. I'm just gonna start off right here in the outer corner and work my way into the middle of the crease. This is a darker brown, so as you can see, the color there is very intense, but blending is key, you guys. So obviously we're gonna go ahead and work on blending this out. I'm also gonna be focusing that on my lid, kind of like the outer part of the lid. Just kind of applying that brown in the outer parts and just blending it to the middle of the lid. That brown was actually a little bit cooler than I was expecting, so I'm gonna go in with Mocha right here. It's kind of like a more warmish brown, very lightly again, because I don't want this to get too dark. I'm gonna just put that on the outer part of the lid, and also take that shade to kind of like go over above where we put the first brown, just to kind of like, so that it can have a nice warm blend, and working it also in that inner corner of the eye. Alrighty, so definitely this eye is turning out way better, because this one I like packed on that first brown way too much, and it's just looking extra defined, but that's okay, because I mean, there are some points where like her shadow does look like more defined than others, and like other lighting situations and stuff like that. So we are good, okay? Don't you worry about that. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of that first brown that we put, just to kind of like, so that it's even right in that crease, so that it's like more defined, and obviously so that's like more even. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a rosy color, because I noticed that on her lid it's kind of like an all over kind of like dark rosy color. Where is that brush? Actually, I'm just gonna use the same brush. Yeah, we're just gonna pack it on with the same brush. So I'm gonna take Buns. It's this kind of like darker pink color right here. I'm just gonna take it on the flat part of the same brush that we used in the beginning, and I'm just gonna apply this all over the lid. On her music video, she has a pink tone like bone shade on her eye, like on her lid, so that's what we're trying to replicate right now. Obviously it looks a little bit darker because it's not as light as the shade that she had on. So I'm actually gonna put a little bit of In Light, this first shade right here. I'm gonna take that and pack it over this so that I can kind of lighten things up a little bit. Whoa, I forgot how pigmented that shade was. This literally made it white. Oh my gosh. Okay, so definitely a really light wash, just a light wash. Let me take a different brush to blend this out. I'm just gonna do a light wash of that because that was intense. I'm just gonna like take that pink shade again and go over it, because like we kind of lost that along the way, because like that other shade was just too intense. Now I'm gonna take a shimmery shade. I'm gonna take SBN. It's kind of like a really pretty rose gold shimmer. I'm gonna take it on a wet brush because I like basically just washed this brush, and I'm gonna put this basically all over the lid. So to highlight over top of that, her like shimmers were basically gold, so I'm gonna take Obsessed, this one next to it, which is basically kind of like still a pinky shade, but it's lighter. It's lighter pink shade than SBN. And then I'm gonna take Queen right here. This is the gold one, and I'm just gonna pack that in the center and just kind of like blend it out right here. Now I'm just gonna take that blending brush with the light brown that we took, the lighter brown, and I'm just gonna blend out these outer corners here. Just kind of ensure that everything is nice and blended. So for liner, I'm gonna be using the Scone Insanely Intense Tattooed Liner. This one's always like a freaking tongue twister. The Scone. Did I say stone? Scone. But it's basically just a felt tip liner pen, which, girl, this is so pigmented and so good. So in her video, her wing was pretty intense. So I'm gonna basically just draw the long line and just kind of try to draw the little triangle and connect everything, and then fill stuff in. Now don't worry if like you do this, because you just legit take the makeup wipe and just fix it up. So I finished up the liner and applied lashes. Guys, my eyes are expensive right now. I love these lashes. These are the House of Lashes in the Featherette. Oh my gosh. Literally the most expensive lashes that I own. They were a gift. Thank you, Kathy. Okay, let me pick up this phone. I'll be back. Anyways, but yes, the lashes are gorgeous. These are literally my new freaking favorite lashes, and this is where I need to get a job to freaking support my makeup addiction. Like, it's like so many beautiful lashes out there that I want to get, and it's just like, oh my god, when I can't get them because like makeup ain't cheap, but it's okay. All right, I'm gonna do foundation using the Maybelline Super Stay 24 Hour. You guys already know this has been my go-to foundation for like forever, and it's just so good. It's full coverage, it's a really good shade on me, and it just applies beautifully. So I'm gonna put that on. To conceal, I'm using the Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer, and let me tell you, girl, this concealer is so full coverage and it is so nice. It blends well. It's not like cakey or anything. Like, I love this concealer. This one's really good. And for powder, I'm pretty sure all of you guys already know what my favorite powder to set anything with is Maybelline Fit Me loose powder, and I believe this is number 10. Yeah, Fair Light. I use this one for under my eyes to have a little fake moment. Ooh, and the powder always goes everywhere, but it's okay. And just kind of leave it there for a bit. After literally all my clothes are filled with powder, and I'm legit wearing all black, which is great for like all your whole black outfit to be filled with freaking powder. And then I just like this big brush and just kind of like put the leftover powder over my face. Now Ariana, I don't think she wears blush. By what it seems, by what it looks like when I look at her makeup, I always see her cheeks and they're pretty much bronzed all the time. So I don't know if she wears blush and it's just really like not noticeable, or if she doesn't wear blush and she just doesn't. So she's very chiseled and contoured, but I don't really like to do like contour, like really like precise contour no more. So I'm just gonna take my bronzer brush and my Shade and Light contour palette, and I'm just gonna take this middle shade right here and just kind of like apply that contour, but just with a bigger brush, so that it gives me like kind of like a more blended out effect, not so like, you know, but still chiseled out and stuff like that, especially since we're gonna cut our contour with some powder after. And I'm just gonna put this also on my cheek. I'm not gonna just like leave it in the hollows of my cheeks. I'm just gonna be messy with it and take it up a little bit to my cheeks as well, because Ariana just, I don't know, I just never see that her cheeks are blushed. I mostly see that there's just contour on her cheeks, so that's what we're gonna do. Be careful. Being careful with the hairs right here, because ooh, I finger curled all of those, and your girl loves the definition that she has right now. She doesn't want to mess her little front. Poof. I'm gonna take a little brush and I'm just gonna do my nose contour with the same shade real quick. And hopefully this works out, because last time I contoured my nose and I got it like really snatched, like the snatch that was like, my nose had never been like that snatched before. I did it with bronzer, so hopefully it still works out. I am using the same brush I used that time, which I feel like that's why it wasn't working out for me, because I was using a different brush to snatch my nose than what I used on the recreating a Desi Perkins makeup video, and I used this brush. So I'm gonna go back in with this brush, the one that actually helped me get my nose snatched and that actually worked for that. So I'm gonna go back in with this brush and see how it turns out this time. Hopefully it works. I used the shade number 20, which is more like closer to my skin color to bake under here. So now I'm gonna go in with the lip actually, because I'm gonna dust this powder off after. I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit and then do highlight, setting spray, and we'll be done. So for the lips, in her music video she was wearing like a very kind of cool tone brown, light brown lip, but I didn't really have that in my collection, so I just kind of make this like mixture to kind of like achieve that color. So I'm gonna be lining my lips with the Kylie Cosmetics Dolce K lip liner, and I'm gonna be filling that in with her matte lip, and I'm gonna be filling that in with her matte liquid lipstick in the shade Exposed. I just find that this mixture honestly just blends perfectly to give it kind of like that shade that she had, not exactly, but it's the closest I can get to. Okay, so now that the lip is on, I'm just gonna go ahead and dust the baking powder off and just kind of like blend it in, dust any of my ears because it does get in my ears sometimes. So there's that. I'm actually gonna take a smaller brush to dust off the nose powder because I want it to be like as defined as possible and I don't want to like mess up the illusion. And now I'm just gonna go back in with that big brush and go over it. Now I am gonna take the smaller brush I was doing my nose contour with and go back in with that a little bit just to define once again if anything just kind of like got lost. I'm gonna be using the Milani Make It Last mattifying setting spray just to lock everything in place. It also has a great scent, like this is literally like perfume for your face. And now for highlight, I'm gonna be going in with the Wet n Wild Golden Flower Crown. This is basically like, yeah, like it says in the name, it's a golden highlight, and in the video Ariana did have kind of like a gold sheen to her highlight. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that. I don't even know what I was saying, but my camera died, so I went ahead and applied mascara on my lower lashes. I used the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara, and I went outside to take some thumbnail pictures. Hopefully I got one because the sun was basically, it was setting to the point where like I barely got any sunlight, so I have to just keep in mind that golden hour is now like 2 hours earlier because the time change, and it's just like, what in the world? Like I thought I had time, but I didn't. But anyways, that is it for this tutorial, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And don't forget, if you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel by clicking that red button down there. And yeah, just thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch my last video, click right here. If you want to watch something else, click right here, and subscribe, click that red button down there anywhere. But my face is also gonna pop up right here if you want to look at more videos of my channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Whoosh. This is looking so pretty. I feel like it's already a custom. We're doing something after.